All right, it's Friday, April 15th. This is Marty Coleman. I'm here with Parker Coleman. We're going to do the MLB recaps from Thursday, April 14th. Without further ado, Parker Coleman.
Happy Jackie Robinson Day, everybody. Phenomenal player, very underrated player, phenomenal human. And we're gonna have a lot of games from today that we're gonna be talking about tomorrow. But we do have 11 games from yesterday. A's Tampa Bay Rays. In the top of the second, Anderson Smith single. A should-be single by Christian Pache turns into an inside-the-park home run off of Randy Rosarena air. So just like that, it's 3-0 A's. I'm pretty sure every single game the A's started with a 3-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second as Rosarena doubles, scores on a Margot single. Top of the third, Pinder singles, scores on a Murphy double. Top of the fourth, 2 walks by Smith and Kemp, along with a single by Pache, loads the bases, RBI grounder for Pinder. 2 singles by Andrus and Noisy. A walk by McKinney, loads the bases. This time it's Kevin Smith getting an RBI ground out. Harold Ramirez doubles. Brendan Lau homers, but the Rays lose 6-3. Pache was the first starter, 2-4 with RBI. I don't know if it counted as a home run, but it was a little league home run, and that was the most important hit of the game. Murphy 2-4 with the RBI. Irvin was 6 1/3 with 5 hits and 3 runs. Mariners White Sox. It's not called the Windy City for nothing. I don't know if you saw this, but there were a lot of misplayed pop-ups yesterday.
Didn't see it.
There were like 4 or so, all happening in like a 14-minute span. Suarez walks and Kelenic homers in the top of the second. Jared Kelenic hit that ball very, very hard. Maybe. I mean, everyone still thinks that he's super. He has the chance to be super, super good. I think he does too. I don't know how good he's going to be this year, but I'm not going to say that the ship has sailed on him being good unless he's like this bad 5 years into his career. With 2 outs, the Mariners lose 2 pop-ups, one in foul territory, the other lets Engel reach. And then Crawford misplays a pop-up to let Berger score. Berger was given a single, but I didn't know it was a White Sox scorekeeper because I don't think that should have been a single. It did look like it hit his glove. And then Haniger reaches on a blown pop-up by the White Sox. So just 4 in the bottom of the 5th and top of the 6th. But he got tagged out at second, so it didn't hurt the White Sox too much. Cal Raleigh hits a solo shot at the top of the 7th. Winker walks, Haniger homers. Mariners snap a 4-game losing streak, winning 5-1. Gilbert was the first star. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Kelenic was 2-4 at the home run, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. Haniger, as usual, whenever the Mariners win, he's a star. 1-for-4, home run, walk, 2 RBI. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors for the White Sox. This game was low scoring. Something I forgot to mention yesterday is that Albert Pujols' streak of stolen bases was over. It was snapped in the game before. Actually, no, it might have been snapped. No, it was snapped in this game. Sorry. It was Albert Pujols' 14 straight stolen bases was snapped in this game. I don't know. I think I got my days all mixed up. I'm off from school today, so I can't tell you what day it is. It's Friday. But it wasn't. It's not easy to say what day it is when you're off of school. Don't really know what happened. But yeah, Pujols' streak of stolen bases snapped. Haven't been caught since 2014. So the funny stat is not really so funny anymore. Wong would triple, his second triple, and I think 2 at-bats. Scores on a McCutcheon single. Bottom of the second, Narvaez doubles. Or he has a double, sorry. Narvaez homers, making it 2-0 Brewers. Christian Yelich doubles in the bottom of the third. Tellez walks, Renfroe singles him in. Narvaez doubles, scoring another. 4-0 Brewers. Peterson walks in the bottom of the sixth, steals second, scores on a Wong single. Edmund homers. 5-1 Brewers final score. Cardinals didn't have too much offense. Woodruff was the first star. He looked a lot better than the last game. He was at 4. He went 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and walk. Narvaez 2-4, home run, 2 RBI, and Wong was third star, 2-4 RBI and a triple. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Brewers. Washington and Pittsburgh. This was a real ball buster, and that's funny because we'll get to why that's funny in a second. We start off with Hernandez, Cruz, and Bell all walking. Ruiz and Yadiel Hernandez single scoring 3 runs. So quick lead for the Nationals. Pirates came back. Vogelbach homers. Reynolds homer, Vogelbach homers, gets Pirates on the board. After Vogelbach singles on the bottom of the third, Reynolds homers. Setsugo and Gamble both singled, both score on a Newman double. It's 5-3. Pittsburgh takes the lead all of a sudden. Eduardo Escobar, after singling, gets hit in the privates by a pickoff attempt. That's why I said this game was a ball buster, and it was a real big ball buster for the Nationals because it was a bit of a disappointing finish. We go to the fifth as Bell walks. Ruiz and Yadiel Hernandez single, bases are loaded. Michael Franco hits a sacrifice fly. Newman walks. Is scored on two singles by Tucker and Perez in the fifth inning. In the bottom of the sixth, Vogelbach doubles. Sugo hits a sac fly, making it 7-4. Bottom of the seventh, Perez walks. Marisnik singles. Vogelbach drives in with a single. And then Reynolds and Gamble walk to score another run. Pirates win 9-4. Vogelbach goes 4 for 6 with 2 RBIs, home run, and a double. Reynolds was 2 for 3 with 2 walks, a home run, and 2 RBIs. Newman was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a double. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Nationals. 9 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. Pirates are back at 500. Phillies Marlins, a close, low-scoring game here. As in the top of the first, Schwarber doubles. Later scores on a Harper sac fly. In the bottom of the fourth, Garrett Cooper hits a solo shot to tie the game. Jesus Sanchez, he was a very, very good hitter. Very underrated, probably because he's on the Marlins. Garcia walks. Both are scored on a Joey Wendell double. Bottom of the fifth, Chisholm and Garrett Cooper walk. Chisholm has scored on a Jesus Sanchez single, so he's back. Jesus Sanchez, the Marlins are still struggling on offense, but Jesus Sanchez, one of the few guys that aren't. Vierling is hit. Realmuto walks. A Harper double scores them both. Phillies are down 4-3. We go to the top of the ninth. Phillies get 2 runners on, but they can't score and lose 4-3. Alcantara was the first star. He wasn't super good last night, but he still was very dominating, if that makes sense. 6 1/3 innings. You have 7 hits, only 2 runs though. That's why I said you're still dominating, because it's really good if you only give up 2 runs after giving up 7 hits. 5 strikeouts and a walk. Jesus Sanchez was the second star, 2 for 4 with a triple and RBI. And Garrett Cooper was the third star, 1 for 3, a walk, home run, RBI. 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Phillies. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Marlins. Blue Jays Yankees. This one went back pretty quickly. It was a very weird series because both the Yankees and the Blue Jays got shut down in 3 out of the 4 games. After kind of left the singles, Trevino singles and ICAF scores on a fielding error. In the bottom of the fifth, kind of left the doubles, and it's again scored by a Trevino single. Gausman and Severino duel, and Severino was yelling, and Alek Manoah was yelling. He's probably still pretty pumped up from the great performance he had in New York on Monday. It was just fun joshing, and if you don't like it, then you can go be sensitive with Chris Woodward while the rest of us have some fun. In the bottom of the eighth, Aaron Judge double scores after 2 groundouts. This will be important as Chapman comes in and looks like Aroldis Chapman of June and July from last year, as he walks 3 straight to load the bases. Michael King comes in and bails him out as he strikes out Springer on a call that might have not been a strike. And then Bichette would line out. Chapman is doubled off at first. The Blue Jays failed to convert with bases loaded and nobody out and lose 3-0.
How's Springer doing? I haven't heard much from him this year.
I don't know specifically how he's doing, but he did have a game earlier in the series on Monday, I believe it was, where the Blue Jays won 3-0 and he had all 3 RBIs.
Okay.
So that is what I can remember. I have seen his name a whole lot in here, but I don't think they're all on RBIs. It's more like he is a part of a rally.
Got it.
Severino was the first star easily. He went 5 shutout innings with 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Trevino was the second star, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He had 2 of the 3 RBIs of the game. Gausman was really good. He was just out-dueled by Severino. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts. Also, shout out to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who didn't make the 3 stars, but was 3 for 3 with a double. He didn't get any RBIs either, so that's probably why Trevino was there for him. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Blue Jays, 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Yankees. You want a fun fact?
Mm-hmm.
A third of the lineup that the Yankees had last night was playing for the Rangers during Corey Kluber's no-hitter. Isaiah Kanafalafa, Joey Gallo, and Jose Trevino.
That is a fun fact.
Speaking of the Rangers, they did not get no hit by any means yesterday. As in the top of the first, Mike Trout hits a 472-foot home run. Now, I love Mike Trout. I think he's a great player. But why is this the story after the Rangers scored 10 runs on the Rangers? Okay. Why is this a story when the
If the Rangers scored 10 runs on the Rangers, that should be the story.
Yes. Well, the Rangers scored 10 runs on the Angels. I just feel like people are talking about Mike Trout, not the Rangers. I mean, I'm an Astros fan, and I don't like the Rangers as a team because they're in interstate rivals. But like, why isn't that the star? It's not that Trout's overrated. I just think that people need to focus on who wins the game. You can say, wow, Trout had a good home run, but the Rangers scored 10 runs. You know what I mean? Jonah Heim should have been the star. Well, he is the star on here, but he should have been the story, is what I mean. 3 straight hits by Walsh and Rendon and Marsh. I said that weirdly. Score another run. It's 2-0 Angels, but that would be about all the celebration the Angels had. 3 Lowe and Garcia single. Willie Calhoun walks to load the bases, and Jonah Heim homers. It's a grand slam. Rangers take a 4-2 lead. Calhoun doubles, scores on a Heim single. Heim has 5 RBIs, and we're in the 4th inning. Seager homers, making it 7-2. First home run for Seager in a Rangers uniform. Garver singles, scores on a Nathaniel Lowe double. It's 8-2. Heim, Semien, and Seager all single to score a run. Garver reaches on an error. That scores Semien. 10-2 Texas. Rendon walks. Stassi homers. It's 10-4. Angels score another run as Ohtani doubles, and Marsh scores him on a single. But the Rangers beat the Angels 10-5. Now, I did look at this, and this is 7 games, so don't take anything out of this. But if the 7 games if the season was 7 games long, we would say, man, Trout, Ohtani, Rendon, mostest playing players of the year. That's what we would say. But the season's not 7 games long, so no one's going to say that unless they actually are disappointing. Trout's at 211, and I think Ohtani and Rendon are somewhere in the mid 100s. And Ohtani just got lit up for 6 runs by the Rangers as a pitcher. So very disappointing so far. I definitely think that Ohtani and Trout can break out and still, well, not break out, but perform well in the last 155 games of the season. I don't know about Rendon, but I do think he's talented enough. I just don't know. Maybe injury history comes up. Heim was 3 for the home run and 5 RBIs. Seager was 2 for 3 RBIs and a home run. Nathaniel Lowe was 2 for Nathaniel Lowe. Sorry, did I say his name loud? I might have. 2 for 5, double RBI. 5 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for the Angels, 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Rangers. Braves Padres. Speaking of scoring a lot of runs, that's what the Padres did. Bottom of the first, Austin Nola's hit, Manny Machado singles, and Cronenworth is hit to load the bases. 2 singles by Hosmer and Myers, along with a Rosario error, make it 3-0. C.J. Abrams hits his first career home run, gets a silent treatment. To make it 4-0. And 2 singles by Machado and Cronenworth lead to a Voigt RBI double. It's 5-0. Nola walked in the bottom of the 6th. Machado singles again. Both score on a Voigt single. In the bottom of the 7th, Nola reaches on another error by Rosario. And that leads to a Machado homer. He had 5 hits yesterday. Very, very good. 4 singles and a home run. In the bottom of the 8th, Voigt reaches on an error. Hosmer doubles. Myers RBI single. Profar hits a stack fly, and Nola has an RBI single. It's 12-0 going into the top of the 9th. Albies homers, but it doesn't matter. As the Padres beat the Braves 12-1. Machado was 5 for 6 with a home run, 2 RBIs. 2 for 5, 3 RBIs, and a double got Luke Voigt, the second star. Hold on. Hosmer has 4 for 5, 2 RBIs, and a double. He's the third star, yes?
Braves record.
3-5.
Wow. Okay.
Looking disappointing so far again. It's only 8 games for them, but I don't remember how the season started for them. I know they were very forgettable at the beginning of the season. They went on a rampage in August and September last year.
I think they were under 500 after the All-Star game. Yeah, because they only won like 85?
88.
88? Okay.
Yeah.
88, 74 World Series champs.
Yeah. So I can't remember how bad they were. I know that they got screwed over by instant replay quite a bit last year. That cost them 2 or 3 games. That's all I can really remember. I was more focused on other teams there. I wasn't really focused on the Braves.
Well, they also had a couple of guys have like career years out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They got late into trades.
Or real career months or so, I would
Yeah.
say, because years. Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. Soler, Rosario, and
I think those
Duvall.
are the okay. I don't remember Duvall. Remember
Oh,
that.
Jock Peterson too.
Yeah, they got real hot. So it happens. That's
Yeah,
how you. That's how you win 107 or 8 games. The Astros did a couple years ago, and the Dodgers and Giants did last year, and did win the World Series. Didn't get to the World Series for the Astros. I mean,
No, the Astros did.
For the Giants and the Dodgers last year.
1 run, 6 hits, there is for the Braves. 12 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Padres. I'm not panicking about the Braves yet, but I thought I'd point out that they've been disappointing so far. That by no means is that saying that they're the most disappointing team in baseball. I think the only reason you'd ever be worried if you're a team like the Braves is if you start off the season 0-8. Then you'd probably be worried. Tigers, Royals. Let me make sure. Yes, I've done them all. I thought I skipped a game, but no. Tigers, Royals. This game was low scoring between 2 divisional rivals. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the third installment of Javier Baez versus Amir Garrett. Neither of them played last night. Maybe they will in another game. But we started from the top of the second as Candelaria and Cabrera single. Badu walks to load the bases, and Torkelson is hit. It's really funny to me sometimes that a hit by pitch is an RBI because it was something the pitcher did, not the batter. But he gets the RBI from that, and then Harold Castro hits a sac fly, making it 2-0 Tigers. The Royals tied up as Dozier triples, Mondesi walks. 2 straight RBI singles by Taylor and Merrifield make it 2-2. We go to the top of the 7th. Torkelson walks. Haas and Reyes single for the lead. Meadows singles, making it 4-2. That was about it. Royals lose 4-2 to the Tigers. Meadows goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Mize went 5 innings of 6-hit, 2-run baseball. Greeky went 5 1/3 of 5-hit, 2-run baseball. So those are the 3 stars right there. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Royals. We got 2 more games. Cubs versus the Colorado Rockies. This game went kind of quick too. Madrigal, Schwindel, VR. They hit 3 straight singles to score a run. VR scores on an error by catcher Elias Diaz. Suzuki hits an RBI double to make it 3-0. In the bottom of the 5th, Daza singles, Blackman walks. Crone double, scoring a run. Another run scores after Rogers and McMahon both walk. It's 3-2. The Cubs were able to tack on 2 more runs. Schwindel homers, making it 4-2. Gomes doubles and is scored by a half single. Cubs win 5-2. Snaps the Rockies' 4-game winning streak. And Chris Bryant got to play the Cubs for, I don't think the first time, but first time in a Rockies uniform. He signed a few balls for Cubs fans. Still has love for Cubs fans. Schwindel was 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. He was the first star. VR was 2 for 4 with a double. He was the second star. Madrigal was 2 for 4. He was the third star. All 3 stars went 2 for 4. And Justin Steele and Kyle Freeland both didn't pitch far enough, I would say, to be stars as starters. 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Cubs. 2 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Rockies. Last game, and this is very similar. This is a very similar game for the Dodgers as the 88-minute rain delay game back on Tuesday. I think it was Wednesday, Tuesday. I can't recall what days, but I do know there was a game where the Dodgers went into the 8th inning tied. It was a close game, and then they come up by 6 runs and just drop a 6 bomb. And the Reds didn't have a chance after that inning, just like the Twins didn't have a chance after that inning. In the bottom of the first, Freeman and the Turners, see what I did there, Justin and Trey, hit 3 singles, and the Dodgers would have 5 straight singles. Muncy and Taylor got the other 2. It's 3-0. 5 straight hits. That was something I didn't see very often. In the top of the 6th, Stevenson walks. Aristides Aquino homers, making it 3-2. Brandon Drury ties the game as he homers through. It's 3-3. Sorry, I want to do that again. Brandon Drury homers to tie the game. It's 3-3. And Drury has had 2 big home runs this year. That one, which didn't end up mattering, but that was a big one. And the throw-in home run he had on opening day against the Braves. But we go to the bottom of the 8th as Freeman doubles, and he gets, I don't know what the chants were, but I know they were chanting like Freddie or Freeman, or maybe they were chanting Freddie Freeman, but they're chanting for him. 33 minutes first game playing back in his hometown. So it's a really cool moment for him. Turner singles to give the Dodgers the lead. That's another similarity is that both times Trey Turner got the single that gave the Dodgers the lead in this game and the Twins game where they ended up winning 7-1 after being tied 1-1 going into the eighth. After Justin Turner walks, Will Smith would homer, making it 7-3. Two singles by Taylor and Bellinger. Taylor would end up scoring on a wild pitch. Betts would single, scoring Bellinger. Dodgers just run away with it, just like I said they did on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, and win 9-3. Buehler was 5 2/3, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts. He was the first star. Smith was the second star, as he was 2 for 4 with a home run, 4 RBIs. Turner was the third star, as he was 2 for 5 with an RBI. I'm pretty sure, yes, that is Trey Turner. Yes, because I just put Turner. So yeah, he has 2 hits here. I have him in the notes. But I was gonna say if I just said Turner, you never know if I was talking about Justin or Trey unless you went and looked at the box score. The whole point of this is for you not to look at the box score and hear what happened from me. So I would be not my job, but I want to be doing the job of this broadcast. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Reds. 9 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. I have nothing really interesting to say. There wasn't a whole lot of storylines yesterday. There was just some baseball plays, so that was good.
There's some days like that where there's nothing really interesting, no fights, no, what do you call it? Unwritten rule violations.
Yes. And but it wasn't a bad day of baseball. It was just not as storyline driven as the previous few days were, with Clayton Kershaw getting pulled, and I forgot what happened, but something happened on Tuesday and Monday that made people like, wow, there's some stuff going on in baseball. There's some storylines.
I think there were some fights and disagreements, etc. But also for us as Astros fans, there was no Astros game, so that made it a little less interesting.
Yeah. But I'm sure there will be some storylines today, because not only is Jackie Robinson Day, but all 15 teams play. So there's more of a chance for storylines to happen here. That's all. You can do the outro.
Okay, that was the games of April 14th, 2022. Tomorrow we'll bring you the games of today, April 15th, 2022, for Parker Coleman.
Hopefully we'll talk about it also.
Yes, hopefully we will. I'm a little tired. For Parker Coleman, this is Marty Coleman signing off till tomorrow on MLB with Parker Coleman.